Most people think being a loner means something is wrong with you. They assume you're antisocial, broken, or unhappy. But what if the opposite is true? What if choosing to be alone is not weakness, but a quiet sign of high emotional intelligence? In today's world, being loud is praised. Being social is celebrated. Being constantly available is expected. So when someone prefers solitude, people misunderstand them. In this video, we're going to break that misunderstanding. You'll discover why many emotionally intelligent people are loners by choice, how solitude sharpens emotional strength, and when being alone is healthy and when it's not. Let's begin. A loner is often seen as someone who can't fit in, someone who avoids people because they're afraid. But real loners are usually very different. They're not hiding from people. They're protecting their energy. They're not lonely. They're selective. Emotionally intelligent people understand something most people don't. Not every environment deserves your presence. They know that being around the wrong people can drain you faster than being alone ever could. So instead of forcing connections, they choose solitude when it feels right. And that choice comes from awareness, not fear. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand your emotions, control your reactions, understand other people's emotions, and respond wisely, not impulsively. It's not about being emotionless, it's about being emotionally clear. And solitude plays a powerful role in building that clarity. That's why many emotionally intelligent people naturally lean toward being loners, not because they dislike people, but because they value understanding themselves first. The first sign of emotional intelligence in loners is self-awareness. Spending time alone forces you to face yourself. There's no noise, no distractions, no people to blame. You hear your thoughts clearly. You feel your emotions honestly. Emotionally intelligent loners know when they're overwhelmed, when they're emotionally tired, when they need rest instead of conversation. They don't ignore these signals. They listen. And because of that, they don't rely on others to regulate their emotions. They regulate themselves. That's strength. Loners with high emotional intelligence don't react quickly. They pause. They observe. They think before they speak. Because they spend time alone, they're not constantly emotionally triggered by social pressure. They don't feel the need to argue to be heard, impress to be accepted, react just to fit in. Instead, they choose calm over chaos, silence over drama, peace over popularity. This doesn't mean they're passive. It means they're intentional. And emotional control like this is rare. Emotionally intelligent loners think for themselves. When you're constantly surrounded by people, it's easy to absorb opinions without questioning them. But solitude creates space for independent thought. Loners ask, do I really believe this? Is this right for me? Does this align with my values? They don't follow crowds blindly. They don't need validation for every decision. This independence protects them from emotional manipulation and keeps their identity strong. This might surprise you. Many loners are actually highly empathetic. They feel deeply. They understand emotions, theirs and others. That's one reason they need alone time. Too much social interaction can overwhelm them emotionally. They absorb moods. They sense tension. They feel unspoken emotions. So solitude becomes a way to reset and recharge. Not because they don't care, but because they care deeply. Emotionally intelligent loners don't chase many friendships. They value meaningful connections over shallow ones. They would rather have one deep conversation than 10 empty interactions. They don't enjoy fake laughter or forced bonding. They want authenticity. And when they do connect, they connect deeply. That's why their relationships, though few, are often strong and lasting. Think about someone you know who is calm, wise, and emotionally mature. Chances are, they enjoy their own company. They don't overshare. They don't seek attention. They don't panic when they're alone. They're comfortable with silence. That comfort didn't come overnight. It came from spending time understanding themselves. Now let's be clear. There's a difference between healthy solitude and emotional isolation. Being a loner becomes unhealthy when you avoid people out of fear. You isolate to escape healing. You feel empty instead of peaceful. Emotionally intelligent loners still connect. They just do it intentionally. Balance is key. Solitude should recharge you, not trap you. If you want to grow emotionally intelligent through solitude, here's how. Use alone time to reflect, not overthink. Understand emotions, not suppress them. Learn, not escape. Ask yourself, what am I feeling? Why am I feeling this way? What can I learn from this emotion? This turns loneliness into wisdom. Being a loner doesn't mean you're broken. It often means you're emotionally aware, emotionally disciplined, and emotionally mature. In a noisy world, choosing silence can be power. So if you enjoy your own company, don't rush to change that. Learn from it. Grow through it, and remember, sometimes the strongest people walk alone, not because they have no one, but because they understand themselves.